Welcome everyone, this is our Shattering Expectations page. I'm here, Brad, Caroline's here channeling the mothers, and they're just going to do a little short introduction on what this page is all about.
Yes, we are always so excited. Oh, welcome to everybody. Welcome. We're always so excited when we are going to be, meeting a lot of people. So we will be talking fast, and then we will calm down. We will calm down. But we always get so excited because for us to connect with people in this way is so enriching. It's enriching for us because we commune with you. You commune with us, and so the energy is moving around like that. So for us it's very uplifting. So welcome to people who have met us before, and welcome to people who have never met us before. We are the Ancestral Medicine Women, and we are called for short the Mothers. How beautiful to be called the Mothers, right? What a beautiful idea that we can come to the world in this way and be a nurturing, loving, advisory, supportive energy for people that we interact with. So we are here wanting to talk to you about this concept or this idea of shattering expectations. Now, expectations are with us from well before we are even conceived in some instances, because we have the parents have their expectations on their life, and beyond that there is the expectation that they will fall pregnant, they won't fall pregnant. Then you have the expectation of boy and girl. Then you have the expectation of what they want, parents and society want for the children, for the next generation, how they want them to behave, how they want them to live their life. So these expectations are there even before you are conceived. Then you come into the world and you are like a bit of clay that is molded into these expectations. Some people from the very beginning, they really push those expectations away. They're not having those expectations. You know who you are, and everybody else knows somebody who is like that, probably. But most of us will conform to those expectations because everybody's doing it. It's the way it is. It's easier. They're very strong. They're quite forceful. So most people will conform to the expectations. Now, we're not saying that expectations of a society or of a family are not worthy. That's not what we're saying at all. Because of course, you have laws that help the society function. You have expectations within a family where it helps that family function. But there are some expectations which are really not helpful to individuals. So for one individual, this expectation one is perfectly fine. For the next individual, that same expectation is like a vice around their throat. It's like it holds them in place, and it actually creates for them illnesses, whether that's a physical illness, an emotional illness, a mental illness, a spiritual illness. It creates this, the word dis-ease. And so that expectation is not serving you. Now, if that expectation is not serving you, you cannot serve yourself, your family, or your society in a way that actually fulfills the expectation they want you to fulfill. This is the kind of expectation we are talking about shattering. Those ones that just do not work for you, the ones that really keep you blocked, the ones that keep you in the one place, even though you know that you can go over there, or that you want to go over there, or you feel it's actually causing you physical or emotional, mental, spiritual pain and agony, and it is stopping you from living a full, conscious existence. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about shattering expectations. We do not expect anarchy, for everybody to become anarchists and deny all of the laws and the expectations of their society. No. We are saying to people, individual people, look at the expectations that are around you and which ones work for you, which ones serve you, which ones help you serve, and which ones don't. Now, the interesting thing about expectations is the expectations we place upon ourselves. Now, these expectations are probably the hardest to break because people put expectations upon themselves. Yes, they are probably informed by other people's expectations, but when they adopt them as their own expectations, then they have a really difficult job because it's easier to break yourself away from somebody else's expectation. It's very difficult when it's your own because you've lived it, you've breathed it, you've accepted it, you've brought it on, you have developed it, and so on and so on. But very often these are the expectations that we place on ourselves which are the most damaging. Now, expectations in this regard have often been placed on ourselves. We have placed them on ourselves to protect ourselves, right? To give us support, and we completely understand that. And we never say to people, get rid of it, break it away, send it away, without knowing what you're going to put in its place. Because if you do just get rid of it, you've created a vacuum. If you are not really ready to get rid of it, or really know why you're getting rid of it, or really know what's behind it, and now you're getting rid of it, then something is going to fill its place, and it may be worse than that, because you actually haven't learned anything. You don't know anything. So part of shattering expectations is not just saying, I don't want that expectation, I'm getting rid of it. Part of shattering expectations, and probably the most important part, is actually knowing why that expectation is there. What is it giving me, or what has it given me? How was it serving me? What informed it, or who informed it? Why is it there? All of these things. Once you have that picture, then you can understand the motivation for having that expectation, for wanting that expectation. Once you know that, then you can say, okay, I had that expectation, or that expectation was placed on me because of A, B, and C. I want A, but I don't want B and C. So that means I have to, before I get rid of it, before I really let it go, before I shatter that expectation, I have to understand what I'm going to put in its place. What is A? And you develop that, and you make sure that's ready, you understand, you know, and then you can shatter the rest of the expectation. So for us, in all of our work, the idea that you know yourself inside out is pivotal to your life. You're never going to know yourself completely inside out because you don't really have the time. Let's face it. But there are things in your life which are causing you problems, which are not serving you, which are, creating issues in your life. So those are the things that you work on. But you work on them in a conscious fashion. You work on them in a conscious fashion. You don't go to somebody else and say, please take this away from me. You work on it in a conscious fashion, and by that we mean you find out everything that's behind it, because you've got it there for a reason. And if you don't know what that reason is, you will always have a version of that with you. When you know why, and we say why, we mean level 1 why, level 2 why, level 3, 4, 5, you might go down to 150,000 level whys, but it's not until you get to that point that you really know why. And that's the kind of work that we do with people, and we urge you to do for yourself. Don't just take the first why, because very often it's a mirage. Don't take the second why, because very often it's a copy of the mirage. But if you really want to shatter expectations, really want to go out into the world and be who you are, who you truly believe you are. You have to truly know those things and everything that makes up those things before you can be that person. So, shattering expectations, it's a big job, but it will be one of those things in your life that becomes second nature once you get the hang of it, and you will start to see, oh, that's an expectation coming onto me. Is it going to suit me? No, I'm not even going to take that expectation. I'm not going to accept it. I reject that expectation and I create my own expectation that suits me and serves me and my society and my community and family. So, many blessings to you all. Good luck with your shattering of expectations. Remember, we've said it's a journey for this year, but it's a journey of the lifetime. It's an exciting and adventurous journey. Many blessings to you all, and thank you so much.
Thank you.